Now, from the WDEF News 12 Sports Desk, it's Touchdown Friday Night, sponsored in part by your Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union and Zaxby's.
Welcome to Touchdown Friday Night, or more like Halftime Friday Night. I'm Rick Neidman.
And I'm Jamal Williams.
Honk if you sat through a weather delay tonight. Rain and lightning wreaking havoc on the schedule this evening. Last week, though, it was Baylor wreaking havoc on rival McCallie, winning that game 38-14.
That left McCallie doing a lot of soul searching, deep looking in as McCallie was hoping to find some answers tonight as they returned home against Ensworth.
Yeah, special ceremony before the game. McCallie named their field in honor of former football coach Pete Potter. He's the father of current football coach Ralph Potter. Ralph and his mother were on hand for the ceremony, along with many of Pete's former players. The Blue Tornado would love to christen the field with a victory. Unfortunately, McCallie gave up a big play on the Tigers' first series, 3rd and 1, and Darius Moorhead up the middle with a lot of speed. He's going to take it 62 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Ensworth. Javon Craig at quarterback for McCallie, and this is why defensive coordinators hate mobile quarterbacks. Craig, with his dancing shoes, goes Madden joystick on the Tigers and getting the first down at the Ensworth 29. And that run just gave defensive coordinators a big headache. This play gave McCallie a big headache, though. Craig the pass to Walker Fannin. He fumbles, and Rudy Maxwell recovers. That was McCallie's second turnover of the game. McCallie, though, forces a punt. Rico Dozier takes it on the bounce. He bounces outside, and nobody is home for Ensworth. Dozier goes 84 yards right up the sidelines for the touchdown that tied the game at 7, and that punt return was Ralph Potter approved. The score now in the 4th, McCallie up 27-20. Elsewhere tonight, Walker Valley hit the road to face Soddy Daisy. Didn't take long for the fireworks to start in this one. Opening kick, Trey Carter scoops it up. He's very dangerous. Carter cuts through traffic, kicks it into gear. The Mustangs will not corral him. A 94-yard kickoff return to start the football game. That made it 6-0 Soddy Daisy. Walker Valley puts together a good drive on their first possession, like this pass from Colton Gibson to Bryce Nunley. This goes for a big gain for the Mustangs. Walker Valley trying to keep the momentum going. They keep it in the air. Gibson with some zip on this ball to Cooper Melton for a first down. Gibson tests the airwaves one more time, but he'd love to have this pass back. Jacob Jordan comes up with the interception for Soddy Daisy. He makes a pretty nice return. And the score right now in this one, Walker Valley up 24-12 in the 4th quarter. How about some more partial scores and maybe some finals? We've got one, Ray County over Cleveland, 41-7. Nothing in yet from East Hamilton and Cumberland County. Silverdale and Marion County up big in the 4th. And in the 3rd quarter, Ottawa and White County all tied up at 7. Last year, the Dalton Catamounts put a big old whooping on Rome, beating the Wolves 63-17.
Ouch. But it appears Rome is much better this season. Last week, they piled up 55 points in a win over River Ridge. But that was last week, and Rome head coach John Reed didn't look happy even before the game. But he could feel a little better when Dalton's Drake McComb takes the pitch on the opening play and fumbled it. Lucky for Dalton, it bounced right back to him. Now, Rick, I don't know if you like Drake, but I have a feeling Dalton was listening to some before the game because it went 0-100 real quick when J.P. Teague hooks up with Kyrick McGowan for this long play, and nobody's going to catch him. That's a 76-yard touchdown strike, and when he finally made it to the end zone to cap things off, he had to celebrate in some way. So we'll just dab one time. All right, now let's try getting back to things, and they really just couldn't get their feet under him for Rome. As you can see, he's taking the handoff, and he just slips. It just really wasn't working. Now Dalton back on offense under center, and here comes the reverse, but Rome's going to snip it out and get him in the backfield. Now, if you paid attention last time, you'll notice a pattern. Negative play, touchdown. So what's coming next?
Touchdown.
Here comes Teague. He drops back, and he's going to find Nolan wide open, and he's on his way to the end zone. That's an 81-yard strike that put Dalton up 14-0. Now let's check out on the score. It's 17-9. Dalton leading in the 4th. Okay, now on to Northwest Whitfield and Gilmer. The Bruins giving their fans a lot to cheer about early, leading 20-0 when we get there. And it's the second, and it's everything for Gilmer did just seemed a little bit out of reach for him. And the Bruins just really were clicking on all levels, and Shiflett, he's going to hand this ball to Dominique Sistrunk as Northwest just is really running all over Gilmer. And I'm thinking the theme song for this next play is some more Drake. How about Jumpman, Jumpman, that boy is up to something. Jay Jones goes up and he snags that deep ball. How about that? Northwest keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Shiflett's going to go deep, and he's going to find Will Blanchard, who dives into the end zone. And he's just going to take a load off and relax and just enjoy himself for a second. The Bruins go for 2, and Shiflett's going to go ahead, and he's going to lock up. Rolling out, finds Tanner Boyd to make it 28-0. And Gilmer just really struggled to do the simplest things tonight. I mean, even struggling to take snaps. I mean, it just over his head. You can't get it going. And the Bruins pretty much did whatever they wanted for most of the night. Let's check on the score where we're at. We're 38-7 final. Gilmer, ball. All right, let's go to the Touchdown Friday Night scoreboard. We have a fourth quarter score from Bradley Central and Dobbins Bennett. Bradley Central on top, 42-28. We have a third quarter score with Howard leading Loudon 7-5. Let's keep rolling. We have a couple more. Brainerd and Polk County. Brainerd's up 15-7. That's final, actually. And then we got Tyner beating Bledsoe County 20-0. All right, coming up next on Touchdown Friday Night, Heritage enjoyed a big night on Thursday against Lafayette.
Right, and Ringgold and LFO battled for the famous Catoosa Cup.